I've been playing this game for 10 years. Over 10 years. But this is the deck that I've always wanted to make. But now, I can. And there ain't nothing you or anyone else out there can do about it. Hello everybody, welcome to Nerd Lab. My name is Brian. Today we're going to be doing a deck tech on Mondrak Glory Dominus. This deck has everything I want. It's got ramp, it's got card draw, it's got tokens. It does it consistently, and it brings out big, fun creatures. The best part of all, if you can believe it, it does it all in mono white. So without further ado, let's get into the deck tech. Mondrak Glory Dominus is a Phyrexian horror that reads, if one or more tokens will be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. So obviously what we want to do with this deck is to make lots of tokens. So this brings in my favorite card of all time, Smothering Tithe. This means that every time your opponent draws a card, they gotta pay 2, or you get 2 treasures. But that's not our only treasure makers. We also got cards like Monologue Tax. You wanna cast 2 spells? 2 treasures, please. And what about Smuggler's Share? You wanna ramp? 2 treasures, please. Thanks. I mean, we have non-token ways of ramping too, like Okeomancer's Map and Loyal Warhound. If our opponents are ramping, we're ramping too. I mean, this is what white does. So that's ramp, but what about card draw? Well, first off, we have Archivist of Ogma. Anytime someone searches their library, so if they cast a tutor or are searching for a land, we get to draw a card and gain a life. But how about my favorite way to draw cards in this deck? My boy, Benny Brax.
How you doing?
Not only do those tokens that we're making help you cast Benny Brax, but every turn that you make a token, you draw a card. Hey, remember that Smothering Tithe I was talking about? If you got Smothering Tithe and Benny Brax out, there's a good chance that every single turn you're making treasures and drawing cards, and this is in mono white. So that's a small preview of how this engine works with its ramp and its card draw, but let's get to the good stuff. All that ramp and card draw gets us to cards like Master of Ceremonies. This is huge value. I mean, for each opponent, you're going to either be making 2 treasures, 2 1/1 green-white citizen creature tokens, or you get to draw a card. And how about Elspeth, Sun's Champion? With Mondrak out, her +1. Her +1 is going to give you 6 1/1 soldier creature tokens. And her other modes are viable as well. That -3 is great because most of our creatures are 1/1s or 2/2s. Yes, it does hit our commander, but Mondrak has a way to make itself indestructible, and it's printed on the card. And if you can get to her ultimate, turning all of your 1/1s into 3/3s with flying, that's an easy way to win the game in this deck. And there's lots of other good stuff in this deck. But the last one I want to talk about is the big boy. Big boy. Ancient Gold Dragon. Every time you deal combat damage with Ancient Gold Dragon, roll yourself a d20 and double that number in 1/1 blue fairy dragons with flying. But hey, let's talk about tutors in this deck. Enlightened Tutor's great. Idyllic Tutor's fantastic. But my favorite tutor in this deck is Ellen Harbree's Busybody. Let's say you hit somebody with Ancient Gold Dragon and you got Mondrak out. On average, you're going to be making 20 tokens. You tap old Ellen here, you get to look at the top 20 cards of your deck and just pick one. Just pick one. But that's what this deck can do. But what do we want to go get with these tutors? I don't know, how about Anointed Procession? That means if you're making 1 token, Mondrak makes it 2, Anointed Procession makes it 4. Pretty good value. How about Divine Visitation? You want all those 1/1 soldiers to be 4/4 flyers? Go get yourself Divine Visitation. And I already told you about Smothering Tithe. We protect all this good stuff? How about Mage's Attendant? When you drop her on the battlefield, you're going to get 2 tokens that are basically mana tithes. This deck also has the ability to bring out Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Make all your stuff indestructible. But if that doesn't work, you always got old reliable, the Fairies Protection.
Fairies.
So the last package I wanted to throw into this mono white deck was some life gain. Soul Warden and Soul's Attendant are going to gain us so much life with all these creatures coming into the battlefield. And all that life is going to get us to our big win con, Stormherd. If that life gain can at least keep us at 40 life, Stormherd and Mondrak are going to give us 80 flying Pegasus creature tokens. I mean, your friends can't even be mad when they die to 80 Pegasi gracefully flying into their face. So please follow the link below to my Moxfield, test this deck out for yourself, and then let me know what you think in the comments below. This deck does what white wants to do. Mondrak Glory Dominus. You can't stop me. I already made the deck. Boom. In your face.